Welcome to Community Legal Services. We provide free legal services for people with low income living in Brampton, Caledon, or Dufferin County. For full information on the issues that we can help with and how we do it, check out our website, www.northpeeldufferinjustice.ca. Our videos are not specific legal advice for your particular legal problem. For that, call us or email us. The videos provide basic legal information, like this one, giving some straight facts on evictions.
Is your landlord threatening to evict you? That can be scary. Don't assume that you have to leave just because your landlord says so. There is a process that your landlord must follow. You can only be evicted if your landlord has a reason allowed by the law. Your landlord can only evict you for specific reasons. Your landlord gives you written notice in the proper form. The Landlord and Tenant Board orders your eviction, and the eviction is carried out by the sheriff, not by your landlord. You can only be evicted for reasons allowed by the law, and not just because your landlord is mad at you. Here are some examples of the reasons. You have not paid your rent. You regularly pay your rent late. You have damaged your rental unit or the rental building. Your behavior is seriously disturbing other tenants or the landlord. You have committed an illegal act in the rental building, or your landlord personally would like to move in. These are just some examples of the actions that you can be evicted for. And there are very specific requirements that must be met for each one of these reasons. Even if you think your landlord has one of these reasons, don't assume that it's enough to get you evicted. Don't try to figure it out yourself. Contact us for free legal advice. If your landlord would like to evict you, the first step is to give you written notice using the correct form. If you get an eviction notice, let us check it for you. There are a lot of rules for these notices, and if your landlord gets it wrong, there will be no eviction. The amount of notice that your landlord must give you depends on the reason for the eviction. For example, notice for not paying your rent must be at least 2 weeks, while notice for substantial renovations must be at least 4 months' notice. Let us check your notice to make sure that you have been given enough notice. If not, the notice is useless. Landlord and Tenant Board can decide to let you stay, or to let you stay with certain conditions, or can order that you be evicted. If the Landlord and Tenant Board orders eviction, the order will say what date you must move out. The landlord can take an eviction order to the sheriff, and if you do not move out by the date ordered, the sheriff can come and remove you and change the locks. Remember, you can only be evicted if your landlord has a reason for eviction allowed by the law. You can only be evicted for specific reasons and not just because your landlord is mad at you. Your landlord gives you written notice in the proper form. The Landlord and Tenant Board orders your eviction. And the eviction is carried out by the sheriff, not by your landlord. This has been a quick overview of evictions. There are other reasons for eviction that we have not discussed, and there are lots of ins and outs to each reason for eviction. There are even some tenancies that are not protected by the law in the ways that I have described today. For example, if an owner and a tenant are required to share a bathroom or kitchen, then none of what I said today applies. The safe way to know your rights as a tenant is to contact us so that we can look at your specific situation.
For lots more legal information, check out our website, where you'll also find out who we can help and what we can help you with. www.northpeeldufferinjustice.ca